What's up, you guys? Zoeb here for OneGlanceTrader.com, and welcome to episode 9 of my eToro copy trading journal. And if you're brand new to this series, this journey takes you behind the scenes into my eToro account, where you can not only see the dollar value I've invested into each copy trader, but also the dollar value ROI I've made in the account as a whole. And if you click the link down below, it gives you the full playlist right back up to episode 1, where you can look into why and who I've kind of gone into as part of this, because this is now month 6 I'm currently in now, inside April 2021, where I started with 5 traders. I can't even remember how many traders I'm copying now, so we'll look into it in a second. It's probably about 7 or 8. And in this particular video, we're going to go into how I ended March 2021. I then want to walk into my actual portfolio in terms of dollar value of how much I've invested and what my current ROI is to date. And then I want to show you guys the search criteria that I like to use and some new copy traders that I've now added to my watch list, and one person in particular that I'll probably do my next investment in there. So my next investment will probably be in the next week or so. I really want to invest another $500 into this particular trading account. So let's get right into it. So what I'm showing on my screen now is just my stats performance, and the first link inside the description. If you want to get the real-time stats, you can always click on that link and that will take you to this page, and then that will give you the kind of percentage return as well as drawdown stats and things that we're going to go into in a second. So we can see here that we ended March at -1%. So this was the first red month since I started back in November 2020. And personally, I'm quite comfortable with this. I know it's difficult, and we'll look at this into a second about traders that have had a lot of profitable months. But considering where I was at the beginning of March, I was like -4.5%, and this is predominantly down to tech stocks. For those of you who are looking at things in the market, tech stocks have plummeted at the back end of February. Throughout most of March, and we've seen a recovery in the last week or so, which has managed to kind of prop me up into the -1%. So all else being equal, and considering where I was at the start of March, I would take a 1% loss for this particular month. And as you can see here, April started again very positive, just under 1%. We are the 4th of April, so there's not been that many trading days. So still really early days in terms of where we are from an April perspective. But as we look down at the risk score, my risk score has been creeping up slightly, as you can see here from this graph. In terms of number of copiers over the last 7 days, it's kind of stayed that flat at 5 copiers. So thank you for all of those guys, for all you people that are copying me in my portfolio and believe in the strategy that I am currently adopting. Again, it always says I've got 8 trades here because I'm copying eight active traders. And Jay, as you guys saw in the last video, I've now invested $1,000 purely into Jay, and we'll look at his performance inside a second. And the rest of the stuff doesn't really apply to me because I'm copying traders as opposed to actively taking trades on the actual eToro platform. So that's kind of the update where we are. Still at 3.35% year to date, which is still better than a high interest savings account at 1.5 to 2%. So I'm still relatively comfortable that I am still a profitable copy trader currently on the eToro platform. So if we have a look now at my portfolio, you can see here total dollar value is $93.66. It is slightly higher than that because I've been paid. Some profitable trades have been closed out, which is why I have an available balance of just under $50. And total equity in this particular account is just shy of $2.95 thousand. So we can see here in terms of my P&L percentage return, J is still smashing it at 9.79%, which is why I've increased my value into J, and then the rest of the guys are really low at around the 1-2% marks. But the people that I really want to concentrate on is Prototype VR and CopyArk Invest. So those two individuals invest heavily into tech stocks. which is why that they are considerably down, especially Copy Arc Invest, as I mentioned inside the previous video. I've got no problem with that, because I believe in Cathy Wood's Arc Invest kind of portfolio, which is what Federico tries to mimic. So I'm completely comfortable with that. Over the long term, I expect to see some big growth and gains from Federico of Copy Arc Invest. But overall, again, I'm not too disappointed with everything with where we are at the moment. So I'm quite comfortable where things are going. Like I said, is I want to invest $500 within the next week or so into a new trader, a new copy trader. I was thinking about topping up some of these guys, but I think I want to go into someone else as well. And what I've been doing is I've been looking into the search criteria. Now, I've done a video in depth of this, which I'll link to in the top right corner and in the description below, so you guys can check out how I customize my search criteria to find the best copy profitable traders. But effectively, what I'm really interested in, and I think I've set this, and again, if I'm wrong on here, return trading. Just having a quick look here. See all. Yeah, I believe that this is the last 12 months, because there's only one person inside here. Oh, it's an advanced. Yeah, last 12 months. So what we're looking at here in the last 12 months, what I'm really interested in are traders that have had profitable months. And as you can see, when I did the video last time, there was quite a few of them, and now there's a lot less. And that's mainly because a lot of these guys invest in tech stocks, and tech stocks, like I mentioned earlier in the video, are getting absolutely hammered. So we've seen a lot of people come out of being profitable inside February and March time, but there is one individual, Gazia, which I've got her things up now. As you can see, in February, March, they're not huge returns, but they're still profitable returns. And the risk score is a bit high, on the high side, and what normally happens as part of the copy is you get a big spike. As they then don't produce the returns, they go down, big spike again, etc. So I'm quite comfortable with her copy's growth. If you do it on an exponential graph, it'll be going up. And the bit I like about this is their reliance on other asset classes other than stocks. Even though purely 80% is on stocks, if we look at the kind of top stocks holdings, Neo again is a growth stock, which is fine. I've got no problem with Neo. I'm quite comfortable with Neo inside the long term. You know, you got Nvidia, and then the next one is a currency pair, which from my perspective, I've not normally seen, or if you look at all the other people in my portfolio, most of them are kind of indices, is either Bitcoin, it's growth stocks, or like the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq. And the fact that we've got currency pairs inside here allows me, or gives me the confidence of diversifying my portfolio. So when tech stocks do go down, I then have those different types of asset classes available to really balance out my portfolio. So that's kind of where my head's kind of going now as part of this portfolio, is looking at this point. But sticking to my overall philosophy of profitable months, where the first quarter of 2020 was a bit of a shocking time for Gazia. But overall, then you can see she's doing some consistent gains, and then, you know, riding out the wave rather, and, you know, doing better than my portfolio at 1.18%. I think I was at 0.7 odd percent, and still done 7% in 2021. So again, I'm quite comfortable with this. And also what I look for is a huge amounts of trades, because as you guys know, I don't like to copy open trades. So therefore I need new trades to start happening, so then my capital is kind of invested in here. So, you know, really comfortable with this aspect here, and I've added her to my watch list. I'm just going to see how the next week performs. I know we're on the Easter weekend, so I think the market's only open for 4 days, but again, I feel confident with the overall return as well as the balance of my overall portfolio. So this is who I'm kind of looking at, and those of you who know Richard Stroud as well as someone that I'm also looking at as well. But you can see here, February was a shocking time, and March was really low in comparison to what he normally does. And this is again, if I have a look here, um, not really trading some of the larger ones as indices, city groups, and legal in general. So again, I'm quite comfortable with Richard. My only concern with Richard, he doesn't take a lot of trades. That's my that's the bit that I always get reserved when it comes to Richard. But again, he's on my watch list. I think it's $500 to copy him as well. Yeah. So again, another one that I'm still keeping a close eye on. I will probably eventually just put $500 into Richard, but again, I'm looking to diversify my kind of portfolio at the moment. And I think Garza is probably a better suited individual. And like I said, as you can see, um, I've got Yahoo already as part of my portfolio. Another guy I was looking at, Alexandru as well. I think he started well in the last 4 months as well, really doing really well. So I'm just having a quick look now. Again, he's also quite a bit very diversified between crypto and stocks as well. I think I've added him to my watch list. Yes, I have. He might be someone else that could be a nice trader for me. He's got a lot of traders, but he's again very high into cryptocurrency. Crypto, where's crypto on here? Oh, yeah, 40% into cryptos, which yes, they're seeing a good bull run at the moment, but is that gonna last? I don't know, and that's why again you have to have the um, portfolio kind of diversified. So I think between Garcia and Alexandru, I think I might be looking at those two as potentially where my next $1,000 is going to go. So he doesn't really do a lot of trades either. Again, that's a quite a big concern. But at the moment, that's where my head's at. Really appreciate your thoughts on this. Comment down below on where you think I should be going as my next $500. And you'll see the thumbnails on the screen now, which has the playlist right back from the beginning, as well as my search criteria to find the best copy traders on the screen now. So check those ones out, and I shall see you guys in the next video.